that they take to enter the Indian side as well will be exposed over here. You can look at what really is over here in terms of the terror camps. This is Gulpur, Sensa, Kotli, Fagosh, Dungi. These are the terror camps. It is from here that they come forward into these areas, which are the launch pads that you can see over here. And from these launch pads, then they move in. If you can quickly bring up the next set of launch pads. Yeah, these are the launch pads. From the terror camps, they go towards the launch pads. And from the launch pads that you can see over here, whether it's Durchian, it's Dara, Qatar, Lanjot, Jandrod, Nikyal, Targun, these are the areas in LP as well, from where they come in towards the Indian side. This is, of course, the first set of areas that we're talking about opposite the BG sector. This is opposite the Poonch sector that we're talking about. Again, the terror camps in Muzaffarabad, Bagh, Kahuta and in Abbaspur. These are the primary areas where the terror camps are. And then we're talking about the launch pads. These are the launch pads. If you can quickly bring that up on the screen and show which are the launch pads. These forward Kahuta, Kirni, KWD, Kacharban, Kopra, BWD and Polas are the areas where they infiltrate to and then go across the LOC coming into Doda, Poonch and other areas. This is the route that is in fact being seen over the recent years, particularly last year when there were a large number of attempts at spreading terror in the Jammu region. That is really being used by Pakistan to push the terrorists from across the border. Let's take a look at the next set of graphics that we're talking about. We're also talking about where really several of these terror organizations have their main camps. For Hizbul Mujahideen, it's located in Kota Halan in North POK. That's the area where 15 to 20 terrorists are camped. There is the information coming in. Saifullah Khalid is the commander over here is what we are told. Let's go to the next set. This is Lashkar-e-Toiba. 12 to 15 terrorists camped there is what we are told. It's located in Kota Bazar in POK. Amanatullah Khan is the commander of this particular grouping over there. Remember, Lashkar-e-Toiba, Pakistan incidentally says is a defunct group. Then we're talking about Jaish-e-Mohammed. 8 terrorists camped at this particular location in Halan North in POK. That's the area where Jaish-e-Mohammed's base is what we are told by our sources as well in the government. And this is, of course, as far as these terrorists are concerned. How about the terrorists who are, in fact, present in various other camps? When we talk about the Lipa sector, it is 10 terrorists is what we are told. Let's go to the next sector. We're talking about opposite the Uri sector, 8 located over there is the information coming in. Opposite the Poonch sector, it is about 12 immediately who are waiting to infiltrate. In the Nakyal sector, it is 6 is the information. And mind you, this is information of those who are in fact ready to infiltrate towards the Indian side. And these really, of course, are in fact coming in across the LOC. Let's quickly take this across to our reporters who are joining us at the moment. We have our reporter Pradeep Datta joining us. All right, we have this information as far as the Pak being unmasked on the global stage is concerned. The International Commission of Jurists has released a new paper that claims that Pakistan uses its military courts against civilians and denies them a fair trial. They're calling it a glaring surrender of human rights. This is as far as Pakistan being unmasked on the global stage is concerned. We'll get you more on each of these informations, but let me bring in Pradeep Datta and Bhavtosh Singh first. Pradeep, coming to you first as far as the information in relation to this particular terror camp is concerned. This is a big revelation. Now, it's not something that we entirely did not know, but the specifics of who is where, which are the camps that are active, where are the launch pads located, all of this is what India really needs to dismantle, and this is what is giving Pakistan nightmares because all of this is now likely to be undone. Pradeep.
Yes, Madhav, you're absolutely right, because Pakistan can deceive and befool international community, but they cannot befool Indian agencies because they have got information about each and every launchpad and terror training camp where the terrorists are being provided training. Because what they did yesterday, they organized a propaganda tour where they took some of the journalists towards the line of control. The same way they had done after 2019 Balakot strike. They had taken some of the journalists towards that area where Jaish-e-Mohammed headquarters was. They said nothing of that sort has happened. And this time also they tried to prove a point that there are no terror training camps. there is no launch pad. India is simply trying to play a role of an aggressor, and they are deliberately trying to put blame on Pakistan because they were denying their role in any kind of a terror-related activity, whether it was Pahalgam attack or whether it was any other attack. But the reality is that, you see, viewers should know one thing. There is a terror factory where they are provided training, and there are three types of training. One is the Dora-e-Talba. Dora-e-Talba means they are indoctrinating and brainwashing young men, make them offer prayers 5 times a day. Then there is a Dora-e-Aam. Dora-e-Aam means they are provided arms training, and then there is a Dora-e-Khas where they are provided sophisticated arms training. From there they go towards the transit camp. From transit camp they move towards the launch pads, and from launch pads they wait for the green signal to sneak into this side of the border. As you've already told about how many launch pads are there, more than 40 have been activated and 120 terrorists are waiting, which includes the Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists, Hizbul Mujahideen and Lashkar-e-Toiba. And same Pakistan had been saying Lashkar-e-Toiba is defunct. Everybody knows that Hafiz Saeed is the one who is being provided security, and nobody else other than Talha Saeed had said in a video that Hafiz Saeed is mahfouz. So you are providing security to the terrorist who has got hands soaked in blood. He's a globally designated terrorist, and then you play a victim card, say that we are not involved. Now the Pakistan news strategy is that, one, they are involved in terror-related activity. Second, they try to shift blame on India. They start blaming India for...
That's really where things become problematic as far as Pakistan is concerned, not taking any responsibility. Unfortunately, all sorts of concocted lies are presented by them and say that this is a false flag operation. That's the claim that they have been making repeatedly. Pradeep, stay with us because there's some more breaking news coming in, and this time it's a stern message for Pakistan coming in from the International Commission of Jurists, where they have come out to say that in their paper that Pakistan uses military courts against civilians and denies them a fair trial. They're calling it a glaring surrender of human rights. Let's go across to Bhavtosh Singh for more on this. Bhavtosh, what could be even more embarrassing for Pakistan at a time like this? The military is in control of the entire government over there. This is something that's well known. And misuse of the military courts to try civilians. They've even, of course, invoked the name of Imran Khan. All of this clearly goes to show how the entire process of justice delivery is subverted in Pakistan. Bhavtosh.
Yes, Madhav. In fact, there were 105 civilians who, in fact, were tried before the military courts. They were all arrested during the violence that broke out between 9th and 10th May 2023, when Imran Khan was arrested, when former Prime Minister was arrested. There were total 2,300 people who were arrested, but these 105 were tried before military courts under sections of Official Secrets Act and Pakistan Army Act. Now, what is more shocking is the fact that all 105 have been convicted, of which 69 are still facing have been sentenced to a prison sentence of more than 2 years, and 36 have been given remission. Now, when the statement was issued by the Pakistan Army, they have said that it was a free trial, whereas the International Commission of Jurists have said that this was completely a sham trial. No human rights, all human rights violation happened because there was no in the military court there was no appellate court that was held, and the trial itself was completely sham. This clearly shows that Pakistan has not even held a proper trial of its own citizen. While they claim that in Kashmir there has been violation of human rights, when it comes to their own citizen, there has been no free and fair trial.
Pakistan being shown the mirror there. While they talk about Jammu and Kashmir human rights violations, they should look at their own track record. A terror state that does not have any kind of respect for human rights. That's the message coming in from the international community there. Bhavtosh, of course, after the UNSC snub earlier today, the second snub for Pakistan internationally speaking. Pradeep and Bhavtosh, I'd like to thank you for joining us with those breaking